I've long said that the popular kids are not really that popular, and the nerds know they're not really nerds. It was even the subject of one of my comedy LPs. Well, not that I needed any proof, but a scientist has done just that. He's proved it. In a new study called Whatever Happened to the Cool Kids, lead author Joseph P. Allen writes that the kids who were socially precocious and ahead of the pack when they were 13 years old have fallen behind by their mid-20s. They have trouble with alcohol, work absenteeism, and they struggle in relationships. His theory? While the kids were chasing popularity, they were missing a critical development period. The dorks and losers could hang back and form more meaningful friendships and build confidence in themselves. So don't worry, kids. Revenge of the Nerds is a true story. It just takes 10 years. I guess that's why that dish is served cold. Did you say gross, AD?
A little bit gross.
A little bit gross?
Yeah. No, I loved it. That was great.
It's based on an old saying. I think it's Churchill who said, "Revenge is a dish best served cold."
He said so many smart things.
All the good ones.
He's a brilliant guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute, though. I think you and I might have been considered a little bit dorky when we were teens. Now we're on top of the world. So
I don't know that I was that much of a dork. I mean,
really?
Well, I played trombone in the marching band.
Okay, that's
I was in
cool.
a Christian rock group called Love Incorporated. I mean, I don't. That's not dorky.
No. I mean, that's good old American fun for sure. Same thing. I sang in the barbershop quartet in high school, and I was brimming with confidence. But I always knew that we would have our time. You know what was considered.
I did not have that much. No. It took me. I needed the full 10 years there to get on the other side of it.
Now, Lauren, what about you? I bet you seem like the kind of gal who, what's the thing? Women are always saying, I love a nerdy guy, but then it never happens.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
We're sitting next to each other.
It's actually funny you bring that up. My boyfriend is a very big nerd, and he would self-identify as such.
Self-identify, but that
there
doesn't...
you go.
Listen.
So anybody that self-identifies as a nerd...
Does that make him
suspect
more
a little bit? Suspect.
I am suspect. The thing is, a lot of guys are running around claiming they're nerds, but they weren't 100% real nerds.
I'm pretty sure he was.
You were? Yeah.
No, me, and I was too. Yeah. So
I bet you your boyfriend was like the nerdiest member of the football team.
Exactly.
I
We should really run those plays again, guys.
But doesn't this study make sense to you? That the people who were so-called the big men on campus, when they were in middle school, it's not going to last because that's their heyday.
Yeah, although, I mean, I think there are still some of those popular kids that I've seen have gone on to be successful.
Oh, thank God.
But I was terrified of those kids. I thought they were really scary because they used words I didn't understand, and they talked about drugs and things that I didn't get that. So it wasn't even so much about being nerdy as just being afraid of the cool kids.
Well, that's what it is. Lisa, I think in this study he was talking about cool kids are different when you're 13.
Yeah.
That's usually the kids who misbehave. The kids who were the first ones to experiment with alcohol and drugs, they end up being the cool kids because they know more than other kids.
Well, that's how I felt when he was talking about hot ham. I'm like, is that something I should know?
Look, it's hot. It's just an entree. Whatever's going on with him.
I can sell you hot ham, no problem. I can sell you hot ham.
Yeah. See, he's going to keep saying that, but I'm telling you, it is just a good dish to have on a Sunday, okay? That's all we need to know about it.
Well, it's funny that there's a study because isn't like every movie with a high school reunion say this?
Right.
Yes. That like all the nerdy kids end up being like really
check
rich.
out what happened to Mike.
Right.
He's a warehouse manager.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's like, why is this news all of a sudden? I think we've known this. And the thing is that Casey, I'm worried about the jocks. They're the ones who are not getting any love now. And the nerds, they're all running their own podcast empire. I mean, what's happening with the jocks?
The jocks, right? I mean, the jocks right now, they're still married to the hottest girl in high school.
Yeah.
I think, right? So that's... I mean, they're going to divorce soon, but that's good for now. But I think, honestly, the concern is that the study had just checked out the cool kids at 23.
Yeah.
I think anybody at 23 is adrift. Have you met a 23-year-old? Probably not, because they're at a bar until 4 a.m. and they wake up at like 2 p.m. every day.
Yeah.
When I was 23, I was a complete mess. And I was certainly not cool in high school.
That's right. I know. They were saying that all these 23-year-olds, they're all adrift and they're drinking too much. But everyone drinks too much at that age, right?
Absolutely. 23 years old? You're a monster.
Isn't really the issue that everyone is whiling away their 20s and 30s when they should be married and have kids younger, right, AD?
I totally agree. My parents were 4 years old when they had and that's the way they did it back then.
Well, I know.
We prolong our adolescence through the 20s and 30s, and I hate it.
Yes, I mean, isn't there a happy medium? Everyone's now having kids just at the years when it's getting difficult to conceive,
But we're also living
Isn't that
longer.
true? People are all they wait to get married till they're 38, and then they're like, oh, let's be married for 4 years, and then they try to have kids,
my
and they
sperm is
can't.
drunk. You can barely swim up the canal. I mean, yeah.
Shouldn't we? Shouldn't you be getting pregnant earlier?
Why you keep go to a guy with these questions?
Yeah, I was talking about my drunk, lazy sperm, and all of a sudden you want to go to her? What the hell, man?
Come on. Look.
Okay, what about you? Why haven't you fathered any children yet?
Yeah,
my ham is not in heat yet, and that's why I feel like I still have my raw oats to eat.
Yeah, you keep eating those raw oats. All right, I'm starting to realize what a ham is. Okay, coming up.